So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Q&A. As always, if you want to get your question answered, most important thing is that you are subscribed. Number two, turn on all post notifications, and somewhere, usually on Thursdays or Wednesdays, I like to keep you guys guessing. I post a Q&A, and yeah, I posted one an hour ago, and I'm just taking some questions in the past hour. So you got to be very quick within the first 1 or 2 hours to actually get your question answered. So yeah, let's get straight into it. First question is, can affiliate marketing still make you $100,000 per year? I mean, yes, it can, but for a beginner, I don't consider it a real business, in my opinion. I think it's a supplementary thing. In the same way, I don't think you can rely on YouTube AdSense to be a real business for like YouTubers. Like when I look at YouTubers and they're literally just living off of AdSense, which most YouTubers can't. I don't, as I said, like in my mind, I'm just like, what are you doing? You need some sort of supplementary income. Same thing with affiliate marketing. I don't think it's a real business, to be honest. I think it's a supplementary thing. Like for example, I can tell you I make around 15,000 a month from affiliate marketing. And that's literally just from 2 products. And for me, it's super easy to, here's the thing, you guys never see me promote a product or this or that, or promote a software. It's just like, in my program Agency Incubator, I recommend what I use personally. And to be honest, if I manage to get an affiliate link or affiliate for everything that I use, like I'd say 90% of stuff that I recommend, there's no affiliate link or this or that. Like I used to be a big fan and an advocate of a Lead Carrot. These days, they've increased their prices. They've changed quite a lot. But I had the CEO of Lead Carrot reach out and be like, can we please get you an affiliate link? Like actually I'll pop up the thing right now, because he sent me a message and he sent me out a gift, because he's like, dude, you have literally sent us probably half of our business at this point. Like half of our business is comprised of all the leads that you've sent. And same thing with a company like Loom. Like I don't have any affiliate link for that or whatever. There's literally just like 2 or 3 products I bother to actually get an affiliate link for. But yeah, I can tell you I make around $15,000 a month, and that's in recurring monthly commissions from those 2 softwares. But that is running the largest education company on earth for agency owners. And as I said, those softwares are very pivotal to what I do, like internally what I do as an agency. So I said, when I recommend it, like people are like, they can see firsthand that I use it. So yeah, as I said, don't take me as an example. For most people, I don't think affiliate marketing is a real business, to be honest. The big issue with affiliate marketing is you're literally giving away, like as an affiliate marketer, or when you get commissions for something that you are promoting, you only ever make like 20, 30, or 40%. So you're giving away 80 to 60%, and that's very hard to scale as a business. So yeah, I don't think affiliate marketing is a real business. Can you make 100,000 a year from it? Yes, for sure. I can tell you firsthand. But do I think it's a real business? No. Can you onboard clients without being a registered business? In the UK, don't you need to be registered to make contracts? No, you don't need to be registered whatsoever to make contracts. I was operating as a sole trader until April 5th of 2018. I had a company created. In fact, I had 2 companies created. One I just struck off because I realized, like, why do I need 2 companies when I could just have one legal entity? That way I have, you know, half as many credit cards, half as many Stripe merchants, half as many tax returns to file. I have to pay my accountant once rather than twice. And then my other company sat dormant for like 4 months because I was waiting until the new turnover of the personal tax season. So I started operating through my business on the 5th of April, 2018. Prior to that, it was all as a personal trader. So no, like in no ways do you need to be a registered business to onboard a client or to sign a contract. Like I have service providers and contractors that I've worked with that obviously they have to sign contracts once they work with me. And yeah, it's totally fine. What type of clients in e-commerce do you go for specifically? Here's the thing, I don't go, it's the same thing with like our info product clients. Like I don't go for a specific niche. I just go for a type of business. Like with our info product clients, we mainly go for businesses that are selling a 1 to 2K product automated. Like that's our bread and butter. That's what we're really good at. We don't really so much run ads for businesses that sell like a high ticket coaching program, this or that. It's mainly the automated webinar model. With e-commerce, it's the same thing. Like we've never worked with a product that is less than 45 bucks. And we've never worked with a product that is over $400. We like to go within that range. And the other thing is, if we were to target, like, let's say just e-commerce jewelry brands, there would be at a certain point, once we got like 6, 7, 8 clients, there would be a conflict of interest because you're targeting globally. So in my opinion, when you're working with e-commerce brands, I don't think you really need to work specifically with one niche or one sub niche within e-commerce. I just think maybe you get like 3 clients within a certain specific niche, another 3 clients with another specific niche. Like we've had a few biohacking companies, and once again, that's just born from like I like wearable tech and biohacking and that sort of stuff. So that it was spawned from that. Next question is how to find Danny from my agency. So I'm sure 99% of you guys know Danny is my media buyer, full-time media buyer. He's been working with me for 2 years, been working full-time with me for around 19 months now at this point. And you're asking, how do you find a Danny for your agency? Well, first things first, good people want to work for good companies. I'm able to attract a level of talent now that I wasn't 2 years ago. To give you a perfect example, my latest hire, a guy called Temple, he is in the realm of persuasion and sales psychology and skill in that realm. He's one of the best in the world, like hands down. And he wanted to work for GrowYourAgency.com because he knows the quality of product, the quality of team, and he knows that we have a very clear 5, 10, 15, 20-year mission. So my point is, good people want to work for good companies. So to actually answer your question, how do you find a Danny? First of all, you start looking for contractors and you start making it known that you are looking to bring someone onto your team who will eventually become full-time with you. Make sure that you have client, and better than that, make sure that you're already working with a client, or hopefully multiple, or hopefully you have a solid 8 to 10 client roster. And lastly, do something that makes your agency stand out. Do something that makes your company stand out. Have a certain company culture about you. Make it a fun working environment. Like, that's why, as I said, I'm able to attract such talent, is because, for example, for the agency, it's a known fact, the clients that we've worked with, and there's some pretty high ticket and high caliber clients. It's a known fact that I take care of my team. It's also a known fact that I don't hire. Like, genuinely getting a job or being able to work with me is about impossible. Like, genuinely. Like, seriously, you can't work for me, even if it's for free. In fact, you couldn't even pay me to work for me. For me, my team is more important than anything else. So the other thing is kind of when it's a known fact that your company is very, like, ridiculously selective with who they work with, it's a badge of honor and it's a badge of pride that a person works for you. Like, I know my entire team is proud that they work with the company. But yes, the first step is just make it known that you are looking to hire someone, and then stipulate the expectations and the 6-month, 12-month, and 24-month horizon. Like, tell this person, this media buyer that you're looking for, like, where do you want to take the company and where do you want them to fit into that? How has IAG Media been affected by COVID-19 and how are the schools coming along? IAG Media, we haven't lost any of our clients. There was one client called Emmanuel that was meant to come on board that didn't because of this whole COVID-19. But apart from that, we've managed to keep all of our clients, and all of our clients are doing better than ever because of the reduced CPM costs. More people are inside. Keep in mind, 80% of my clients at any given time are usually info product businesses. So online education is actually flourishing right now. So for me personally, with my e-commerce and info product clients, things have been really, really good. What I will say though is that it's been 3 months since I've last signed a retainer client, and it's been 2 months since I've last, 6 weeks. And since I've last signed a funnel build or 2-day training, anything along those lines. So it has been a very, I guess you could say, dry 2020. We're not, so far in 2020, we haven't grown. We've maintained. That said, I actually just signed a client yesterday, although I really wasn't expecting to sign them. Like, I went into the mentality that I'm going to refer them to one of my strategic referral partners. But halfway through, I was like, actually, no, this is a really exciting client. Anyways, long story short is tomorrow I have a call to actually, like, lock it in. They know the price, they know the terms, like, everything is ironed out. It's just, a client is not a client until that payment comes through. So tomorrow we're just selling the payment and getting them on board, and you guys will actually see that in a vlog. So kind of feel good about that. As I said, it's been 3 months since I've signed a retainer client, which is a long time for me, but I've also had so much work to do for the education company first 4 months this year. And as you can tell, like, I've made 5 hires so far this year for the education company, and for the agency, we're about to make 2 hires in the next 45 days. And as mentioned previously, I am obnoxiously selective with who I work with. So you can imagine just how many interviews I've had to do. And that's after Kieran and Danny have already done a first filtration process. So long story short is agency hasn't been crazy the first 3-4 months this year, but it's maintained, and I've been okay with that because my priorities have been with the education company. Now, within the next 30 days, my priorities can go back to the agency, which I'm very excited about. Next question is, what can people not in the agency space learn from Agency Incubator? Great question. Well, I would say the easiest thing you can do is just go check the link in the description. Go to the sales page, growyouragency.com/enroll-now. Go scroll down a bit and you'll be able to see a 15-16 minute demo. So I show you everything that is included in Agency Incubator, and you'll see that it doesn't matter what business you're in. Like, we have, first of all, we have agencies of literally all kinds. I have email marketing agencies doing 40, 50K a month. I have web design agencies doing 40, 50K a month in the program. I've got people who have intellectual property agencies. I have like agencies of all kinds in the program. That's why the company is called GrowYourAgency.com, not like Grow Your Advertising Agency. And I also have people in other businesses. I have personal trainers who come into the program to learn how to do outbound prospecting and tighten up operations for their online coaching business, like their online fitness coaching business, etc., etc. I have coaches and consultants who come into the program. So what I would say is, I don't know what business you're in, but check out that live demo because you'll definitely be blown away by how extensive that program is. Even just things like, I had a call with my accountant last week. This is actually the founder of the accounting firm. Like my accountant is like the most senior within the firm, but then obviously rarely you actually speak to the founder. So yeah, I was speaking to the director and I was showing him my tracking sheets, the one I give you guys in Agency Incubator, like my financial trackers. And he was like, dude, this thing is nuts. Like if you weren't making so much money, I would have hired you. So just even little things like that, but check out the live demo. I think it'll give you some more context. Last question is, how many Grow Your Agency students have you had through the door now, and how many are making enough to earn a living, 2,000 plus pounds a month? Have you seen the percentage of successful students decline at all as the SMA community has swollen in size the last few years? I've recently lost my job. I'm sorry to hear that, but want to be realistic about this as a potential income. Really enjoy your content. Keep it up. Peace. Okay, so how many Grow Your Agency students have we had? If I'm looking at in six-figure SMA, I think we had 2,200-ish, I believe. It's definitely over 2,000, but we had around 2,200 students in Agency Incubator. And keep in mind, six-figure SMA, the updated version of that was Agency Incubator now. And I actually gave six-figure SMA students the option to upgrade within a 60-day window. I mean, me and the team sent out 12 emails. We blasted it in the Facebook group. We really made it clear, like, hey, we're giving you guys a free upgrade. This isn't something that, is normal, and this isn't something that's to be expected, but just out of generosity and kindness, we're gonna give you guys a free upgrade into the new program, Agency Incubator. So around 600 people, I believe, 700 people took that offer. So they got upgraded from six-figure SMA to Agency Incubator in return for going through that course and then giving a testimonial at the end within a 60-day window. Anyways, long story short is, so 2,200-ish in six-figure SMA, around, right now I believe it's around 1,600 in Agency Incubator, but 700 of those were upgrades from six-figure SMA. So I'd say unique people, not people that have six-figure SMA and Agency Incubator because of the upgrade, or because, later down the line, once that upgrade window closed, some people have then just gone ahead and just purchased Agency Incubator who were in six-figure SMA but didn't, take up the offer in time. I think I have around probably 2,500 unique students. Now, I can't tell you the latest numbers, but we did a survey last April. And I gave the survey winner a fully spec'd out MacBook Pro because I really wanted to incentivize people. And once again, we also collected information for the survey for the upgrade. So based on the September upgrade from six-figure SMA to Agency Incubator, we got 750 upgrades, and with those came the surveys. From that, you can go check on the sales page, and those are the updated statistics based off of the information from that. So based off of 750 surveys completed, we have around 300 people who have quit their job or quit college and been able to sustain themselves because of it. And I think we have like 56 people who are making between 100K a year profit to our top students making around $1 million a year profit. So hopefully that gives you some context. I know now at this point, it's way, way higher than that because six-figure SMA was a great program. I mean, Agency Incubator, it's widely known in the industry that at $1,000, there's nothing that comes close. Like you would never hear me talk about six-figure SMA this way because while we were the company and the community that had the best results, and I think it was so much to do with the combination of the course plus the community plus the live Q&A calls, plus like there's a certain person who enrolls in six-figure SMA, which is now Agency Incubator. Like there's a certain person who watches my video and resonates with it, and I feel as though they're a very well-rounded, very driven individual who doesn't just want a quick like get rich quick type thing. But yeah, my point is next time around that we do a survey, which we'll do towards the end of the year, I know the numbers are going to be way, way higher because it said six-figure SMA results wise in comparison to everything else was like here, everything else in the market was here, six-figure SMA was here. Agency Incubator is like here. Like you can even see, I remember in one of the testimonials, one of the students says, Iman not only blew away the rest of the market, more importantly, he blew away himself with the quality of six-figure SMA. So that hopefully should give you a bit of context. The other issue with us with tracking is man, usually it's the people who are making the most or having most success with their agency that are the quietest, because they're doing their thing. They're not in the Facebook group posting every day. And I have some, and sometimes they catch up and they're like, hey, by the way, just did 50K this month. And I'm like, oh, cool. The first update in 12 months. And it's pretty sweet. But I also want to be realistic and tell you there are students that come in and watch the program and never take action and never come on a live Q&A call or post their action steps. And obviously they just don't have any success. The age-old saying, which I think goes, you can take the horse to the lake, but you can't make it drink the water. Something along those lines. My mom would always tell this to me, which is true. You can give everyone the tools, but if they're not going to put in the work, then unfortunately there's nothing that you can do about it. You can follow up and you can try to give them as much tools and as much support as humanly possible. But at the end of the day, it's always down to that person. One thing I will say though is, once again, very, very unfortunate that you lost your job. In order for you to replace that income, let's say your job was $3,500 a month, you really only need 2 clients paying $1,500 to $2,500 a month for you to get to a point where you don't have this anxiety before you go to bed and you shut your eyes about how am I going to be supporting my life and funding my life. And what I will say is 2 clients isn't, at least for the Grow Your Agency community, it's common. It's not, as I said, I want to be as respectful as possible. It's not something we cheer about, it's not something we really celebrate. The hygiene standard in agency incubator really is once you're getting to 10K a month and doing it with consistency and starting to think like a business owner and thinking how can you get as hands off with the operations and service delivery aspect as possible. So yeah, that's what I would say to you is, honestly, I don't care whether you get the program or not. To be quite frank, either way, you should be doing something right now. And your best option and your best bet, in my opinion, and this is why from day one, you've never seen me go, guys, here's my Shopify course and here's my, it's so funny when there's people who literally have multiple programs that all contradict each other. Guys, I used to teach personal branding and info product stuff, which I'm very well versed to. I have a well over 7-figure a year education business. For some of our clients, we've done 50 to 300,000 a month for their course business. So we serve education companies. Yet the reason I've stayed true to agency this entire time is because I will always come back to, if you want to make the most end of month profit in your pocket, an agency is the best way to do it. So as I said, I don't really care whether you enroll in the program or not. What I will say though is go start doing outreach. Honestly, scrape the free content on my YouTube videos if you want, but go start signing clients. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up there for today's giveaway winner. And the way that you get entered into the giveaway to win an article of clothing from the Gadzhi clothing line is, once again, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and within the first hour to 2 hours of my latest video releasing, comment, and you're automatically drawn in. So the winner from last one, let's go ahead and just do a random scroll, is Tim McLeenan. So Tim, all you have to do is just email support@GrowYourAgency.com with your height, your address, and we will send you out either a hoodie or one of these shirts. Guys, make sure you comment, make sure you are in to win an article of clothing from the Gadzhi clothing line, and I'll see you guys in the next one. What do you really think of the nigga that's making your beats? I've done things for